What's good? I'm Logan, and welcome to Spicy Goodness. I'm going to be showing you how to make a spicy smoked tomato soup. So first up, let's talk ingredients. I have 12 Roma tomatoes. I have a handful of cayenne peppers, beautiful little sweet red pepper that I have, some homegrown tomatoes right off my plant, garlic, rosemary, homemade vegetable stock. We got some chardonnay, salt, pepper, and then I'm going to finish it off with some black pepper crusted goat cheese. It's going to be banging. So what I'm gonna do to the tomatoes, I have this nifty little tool called a tomato shark. It has these little teeth on it. It's like a melon baller with jagged teeth on it. Stick it on the tomato core, scoop it out. It's a breeze. Love it. Very little waste when you core tomatoes like this too. A loud bird, airplanes flying overhead. It's all ready. Prep work on this is really easy. You just core the tomatoes, quarter them, put them into a bowl, and then I'm gonna run the smoker at 275. I'm gonna go probably for about an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Just kind of go by how they look, more than a time frame, really. Tomato shark make your life so much easier. Like, I used to have to prep cases of tomatoes at a time in the restaurant. This would make corn and tomatoes just a breeze, dude. You'd be able to whip through a case of tomatoes in no time. Favorite time of year is a transition from summer to fall, where it's like still hot during the middle of the day, but it's cool in the morning and at night. It's proper. I love these tomatoes. I actually really want to try a slice. That's what a tomato should taste like, dude, right there. Can't beat homegrown food. So much better. Salt. And then a little bit of pepper on there, of course. Got my homegrown red pepper. These things are cool, man. They're nice and sweet. I love the flavor on it. Cut around that placenta and the stem. Cayenne peppers, because I want a little bit of heat. You can go as many as you like. I'm doing 6 of them. I'm not really worrying about removing seeds or anything like that, because I'm gonna strain in the soup after I blend it later on. The thing I'm gonna do to the garlic is take that root end off, take the outer pepper layer off, peel it, and then we're gonna smoke those with the tomatoes. Fire up that smoker. I'm using lump charcoal and then oak wood for a little bit of flavor. While I'm waiting for that charcoal to warm up, give us a nice cool bed. Get everything ready. I have this perforated sheet pan that I'm gonna put the tomatoes on. They should all just fit on there pretty nicely. What works best for the small offset smoker is getting a nice charcoal bed going. Heat up that lump charcoal until it ashes over, and then put a couple pieces of wood in there, and then let that wood kind of burn off a little bit until it starts to turn all the way black and ash over. Close the lids. That vent's open and the vent on the side is all the way open too. So I'm gonna let the smoker warm up for about 10 minutes. Then I'm gonna put another piece of wood on there, let that create some clean smoke, and then we're ready to smoke. So while the smoker's warming up, I put a piece of wood on top of the smoke box. It's kind of like preheating the wood. It's gonna catch flame a lot quicker, right? I see them start to shrivel up, get soft. They're almost there. I'd say probably another like 45 minutes they'll be ready. They're starting to soften up really nicely. Cool, so stock pot goes on the burner. Using about maybe half a cup of this wine. Just want to simmer it, cook off the alcohol. The Chardonnay, it's gonna work really nicely with the smoky flavor from that oak. And you know, that lump charcoal has a good smoky flavor to it too, right? This has a really good flavor too. There's like some subtle hints of vanilla, little notes of like peaches too, really. It's a little warm though, so we best just be cooking with it then. A little bit of pepper, of course. And just kind of bring this up to simmer and cook off the alcohol. I mean, you cook with wine that you like to drink with, right? Vegetable stock, I could do chicken, just enough to barely cover the ingredients. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, I like this to be smooth, so I'm gonna strain it out. Find my strainer just over a bowl. Smells good, man. Small ladle, kind of work that soup through the fine mash. It's looking a little on the thin side, so I'm gonna put it back in that stock pot and then just heat it up a little bit, simmer it until it reduces to the nice thickness that I want it. I like that color. Cranked up the heat about high until it comes up to a simmer. And then reduce that heat and then simmer it for about 10-15 minutes until it thickens up a little bit. Just taste it though. It's fucking good, man. The smokiness on it is really, really nice. It kind of just lingers throughout, but then you could taste all the flavors in it. The fresh tomatoes are just fantastic. The garlic, that wine, that stock, it's all just amazing. Has a good little spice level to it. I mean, you could use habaneros, ghost peppers, or just leave the peppers out entirely if you don't want it spicy, of course. But it's nice. Nice rolling boil, so reduce the heat to about medium, simmer it for about 15-20. Reduce about a quarter of it off, so it's the consistency that I like it, but if you want it thicker, simmer it longer, or you use less vegetable stock when you blend it. Perfect soup for a fall day. Tomato flavor is rich, nice and developed. Smoking it for about 2 hours really helps develop those natural flavors that that tomato has, like those sugars that are inside of the tomatoes mean that we cooked them a little bit lower and slower, but flavor just really developed inside of that tomato. And you get the nice smokiness to it. It's spicy, has a nice sharpness to it, and then that goat cheese just kind of helps round out everything. Smoky, spicy, nice developed tomato flavor. Very easy recipe to execute. Definitely want to give this one a try, especially when it's getting colder outside. I love having a hot boiled tomato soup on a cold fall day. Spicy goodness, baby.